Dear Life Warriors, living and surviving are two different things.
I think we're getting better at it. I think this 2020 really kind of put a highlight overall of disparity of healthcare for communities of color and where the services are lacking.
I think the biggest misconception, especially when it came to me, people met me where I was, not understanding I'm a little girl from Brooklyn that was raised by a Caribbean mom from Jamaica who I watched clean toilets to make a living. That's who you're talking to.
I almost wanted to leave this space after the experiences I had in corporate. When I kind of went through what I went through in the year of 2018, it's like, no, this was like a life purpose thing. This has been my own personal family story, my own personal journey. Mental health, addiction treatment has been a part of my life since birth. So how can I stay in this space? Because I know from my community in general, right? I'm Black, Latina. These conversations didn't happen. I was working in private behavioral health care, treating mostly a homogenous community, mostly white clients. The clients I saw and them getting the healing that they were receiving didn't exist for my community. Wow. So I wanted to stay in the space because I want to create that. I think we're getting better at it. I think this 2020 really kind of put a highlight overall of disparity of healthcare for communities of color. And where the services are lacking. And I know from working in private behavioral health, we have not been intentional in creating healing spaces for people of color. I had started ZND Consulting just to be a marketing, branding, helping people operationalize treatment centers, get licensed, get accredited. 2020 really brought about the need of expanding the diversity, equity, and inclusion piece. Yes. And that, that's it's becoming a very kind of used term, a little burnt out. What that means to me personally is the space, is the residential site, is the clinician office, is the outpatient office, is it inviting and welcoming and intentional for all people, especially people of color? Yeah. Am I going to see myself? Am I going to see a representation of myself? Are you going to understand the issues that may not be apparent to you that I may be coming in with? Yes. Racial trauma, intergenerational trauma. Can you address that in those spaces? Yes. And are we intentionally marketing to that community? They're there. The need is there. Are we really, I was mostly in marketing spaces and behavioral health care. I know I never worked on strategic plans with the exception of one facility, but we approached it wrong, to a community of color, of embracing them and saying, we're here for you. Yeah. And where it went wrong when we did launch a Spanish-speaking program was we really weren't listening to the community needs. Yeah. It went in with the lens of a corporate lens of, there's an opportunity there. We can market to those people. They need our services, but we didn't include them in the conversation. Right. So that's ZND Consulting. It's about really being intentional about creating spaces where people feel like they belong. I want to go on a website, right? And like one of the treatment centers, if I have a friend or family member that needs treatment, that's a person of color, they can go on that website and they can feel like, okay, this is welcoming to me. If you go on 90-something% of those websites, you're not going to see one representation of color on there. Right. Right. So that's what ZND Consulting is. So I really do behavioral health consulting on operational levels, marketing, business development, but through the lens of inclusion. And intentional inclusion. Woo. That's who I am.
I love that. I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh. It's going to be so successful. It's going to blow through the roof. I see you coming back to this side of the world on many different levels, doing many things. So I know it's going to be a global scale ZND Consulting because it's so needed. And you are right. We don't see people of color running this type of a business. So, and I love the part where you say, include the community. Let's find out from them, because one of the things, I think the biggest misconception, especially when it came to me, people met me where I was, not understanding I'm a little girl from Brooklyn that was raised by a Caribbean mom from Jamaica who I watched clean toilets to make a living. That's who you're talking to. You're not talking to this VP of HR. So that's like the biggest misconception. So let's get back to the heart of who and the core of who people really are and their needs and what they really need, because I've gone through my own experiences. And I think that don't speak to me as a vice president, because that's not who I really am. That's really and truly just a title.
Right.
So I think, oh my God, this has been great. I don't want to end the conversation, but I have to, because we could talk forever.
You know I can.
I know you can, but we're going to have to do a follow-up, come back. We're going to keep this conversation going, because I think it's so important. And now that we found our voices and we don't really care what people have to say or think anymore, and you're a fabulous 50, I can't tell. I'm turning 44 in 2 weeks. I'm looking forward to that, but I just know 50.
We're grown women now.
Yes. We really are, but you really do not look a day close to 50. So I don't know, whatever
Thank
you're
you,
doing, keep it up, whatever you're doing. And now I know I have a friend in Thailand. So when I'm ready, I'll let you know when I'm coming.
Awesome.
So, all right, Zina, we will catch up another time. Keep up the fabulous work. And I can't wait to just see all the wonderful things that just come from ZND Consulting. I will be watching. I'll be rooting for you. I'll be sharing. I'll be liking. Anyone I could refer your services to, I would absolutely be referring it. So go, Zina.
Thank you. Yo, Sean. You're a cheerleader. I told you. That's who you were. You would actually come into the facility like that sometimes. Like, hey, I'm here, y'all. How y'all doing?
I can't help it. I go to my mom's house, and when I go to my mommy, she's like, shh.
That's who you were. That's so beautiful. And look, thank you for creating this space. This is important. This is important conversations. You are a perfect person to do this. This is like, coach the world, girl.
Coach the world. And my journal also on that side. My journal is coming out soon. I decided to create my 30 Days to a New You, the method that I use to coach people to fix their mindset. And I've been using it for 2 years. I've decided to bottle it up and put it out to the world. So that's coming out next month.
Love it.
Yeah, it's 30 days to really transform your mind. I'm not saying you're going to be 100% transformed, but you will never be the same, because what I'm doing with this method, intentional journaling, is not just write your feelings. It's a morning, an afternoon, an evening, and a night routine that you go through.
Love it.
And after 30 days, I kid you not, people are like, what happened? So now you see the reframe that I tell you, they automatically know how to reframe.
Ooh, I'm getting it, sharing it, giving it out. Yeah. Can't wait.
No, it's a game changer. All my clients have been like, they came out successful because of it. No matter what they came to me for, I was like, you're going to do this 30 days, but I never had it in a book. I used to just say, get a journal, and then I tell them the steps. So now in 2020, one of my clients went, it would be great if you just had a journal. And I was like, you're right.
Awesome. See, we learn. That's the other gift. You learn from each other. And if you don't always come with that hierarchical thing, your clients are teaching you too along the way. It's just a beautiful thing.
They're like, get a journal. I was like, I could do that. Yes, I'm going to do just that. Because then now
I'm so excited for you.
I'm excited too, because then now I feel like I could touch more people. I'm going to create a community just to help them through this process. This book, anybody that buys it, and give more life-changing tips to help them get through whatever it is that they're going through any day, any moment, any given time, because that's what it is. Support.
Awesome. I'm all in. I'm ready.
All right.
I'm lined up.
All right.
Pre-ordering.
Yes. We will catch up, and I will see you soon. Bye, Zina.
Take care.